Hello all and welcome to unboxing the official unboxing. You might have just possibly seen me do a live stream unboxing where I had a very embarrassing show of my rosacea on my upper lip, which as you can see now, a little bit of Vaseline intensive care and the issue is gone. And also, as you see, I shaved. That said, now we get onto the more detailed unboxing. So people got to see a bit of a glimpse of what I actually had come from Amazon.ca earlier, like about half hour ago, which I will say is very kind of not good because I'm normally not used to this kind of service with Purelator, but the Purelator guy didn't even bother to knock to make sure that I was home. Just rang the doorbell, knocked on the door, and by the time I got up to the top of the steps, he was already heading out to his truck, and he left the big ass box sitting out on my front step, which is really not good when you're spending large amounts of money on stuff. It shouldn't be left on somebody's front step being delivered. That said, again, before I go on further, let me say I hope everyone's doing good out there in the middle of the week. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. So far, this is probably about the only positive good going on at the moment. That said, let's see what we got down here. So we have a Bugera G5 Infinium guitar amp head, and though it is not ideally the perfect solution for what I am looking for, and yeah, I do have the micro dark. The reality is I want a 2-channel amp, low wattage, both having a power section and a preamp with tube. Not necessarily my number one desire to have, but this is a 5-watt Class A tube amplifier with the Infinium Tube Life indicator, Morph EQ, reverb, and power attenuator, which basically, if we go into the details, it's basically a dual foot switchable Class A amp head, self-biasing. You are able to change the tubes out. From what I hear, the power tube in this can be changed out from the BT7 to actually a 6L6, with some people getting usually good results. Another thing as well, changing out the preamp tube, which, as you know, sitting over there in my drawer, I still do have a Tungsol 12AX7 tube. So so as well, to go on about this and kind of finally summarize it up, basically the Bugera G5 Infinium is basically like the Black Star HT5 for the most part, so it's a clone or copy of it. One of the biggest, actually, people on YouTube using one of these for a lot of his demos is actually Guitar Max, and I've seen some other demos, but I got to admit, like, even though Max is a metal player, he still shows that this can be a very capable amp for 5 watts. Also, getting back to the point of the power switching, this amp has, power attenuator on it, which is basically a 3-way switch that moves it from a minimum 0.5 watt, 1 watt, and the full 5 watts. Why did I buy this? And how could I afford to buy this is the better question that I'm going to answer now. I have an Amazon Prime membership now, and I don't know if this occurs with Amazon Prime members or whatever, but this came up recently with an option on Amazon.ca's website of paying it over 5 payments. So I was like, oh, that can't be right. Instead of paying one full-time amount or paying it in 5 separate payments. And I was like, nah, it can't be. Well, it is. I got the amp here. So basically what it comes down to is Amazon bills you the full price of this amp, which is taxes in, I think it worked out to $378 Canadian, shipping and taxes Inc. So then what happens then with the way their 5 payment plan works in regards to this item, I tried to see if there was other amps or any other things that they were doing this with, and it apparently was only with this amp. So basically what it works down is I make an initial payment of the shipping, taxes, and first payment, which was $118 Canadian. And then I make, over the next 4 months, I make 4 payments of $70 Canadian. Simple as that, cheap. If the amp does what I need it to do or I want it to do, it's a deal, and it's not that much out of the pocket doing it monthly, because it's no different than what you'd pay for it at a one-time price. So it's a little bit easier like that. But this is again what I tell you folks, and I try to repeatedly tell you folks in regards to being a consumer or pro-consumer, in regards to always looking for deals and offers. And Amazon.ca had this deal, and hopefully I will be the proud owner of a Bugera G5 Infinium because of that ability. So with that said, let's take it out of the box and just look at it, see what's in the box. All it should be is basically the head, 2-button foot switch, and manual and power cord. Basically most of the usual standard stuff that you get in an amplifier head from any other company out there, of course. So the box is well sealed. I just actually cracked tape here. They got tape down along the bottom of the box here as well too. The box has a slight ding here. And again, we will X-Acto knife into place. Holy crap. And close this. So, open it up to reveal it's a box within a box. So let's see what we got here. Kind of strange that it's actually they have it boxed within another box. So it's basically the tops of it. 5-watt Class A push-pull Infinium automatic biasing, dual channel clean overdrive, separate tone controls per channel. This is the only one drawback with this amp that actually, if Bulgari was smart in cloning this amp, they would have gave the clean channel an actual 3-band EQ, or just outright took the one tone knob out of place and just made it that the tone stack was the same for both channels. That would have been a bigger plus to this amp. So again, shows effects loop, foot switch, emulated output and headphone, which sucks because USB or XLR would have actually made this a great product for a lot of people. It does have a line out. Infinium tube life. Even though you can't see it out of the picture here, if I put it down, you can see the input, the tone control on the clean channel, a channel select, volume and gain for overdrive, the 3-band EQ with the USA UK morph, and the reverb, and so forth. So let's take box number 2 out of box number 1. Oh, and sorry, ECC 83 preamp tube and 12 BH7 power tube is in this. Box 1 reveals box 2. I was expecting to see it more like this, but that's basically, there she be. So, outer box, great idea, and well sealed, all kinds of lovely stuff to protect it further. Interesting, it says here full color gift box inside. I guess that's what this is the full color gift box. Crazy. So this is not taped here, or no, they didn't fully tape it here. That's a bit of a concern. What are we at now? 15 minutes? Okay. One thing there. Okie dokie. Well, I'll say this much. It's very good that they've actually put a second box around this box, because look at how thin that is. I just folded it back and it just sounded like it already had cracked the seam. So, we have quick start guide. Put that there. We have on the top the channel select and reverb foot switch. Cool U-shaped foam. Down in the bottom of the box, the power cord. God, so many boxes. Whee! Go back to the handy X-Acto knife. Oh, sweet Jesus! I'm definitely getting weak in my old age. So, let's take a inspection of the head here. Of course, I won't be able to plug this in and play it because it is still quite cold, because it is still cold up here in my part of the province of Ontario in Canada. So, let's take the webcam and bring it down here. And shakily take a look at the you can see here 1 watt, 3 watt, sorry, it's 0.1 watt, 1 watt, and 5 watts. Infinity 2 life indicator. Inside the amp here as well. Can't see it because of the way the light's shining, and well, actually maybe you can a little bit. On the inside here they actually have screen printed Bugera. That I haven't seen on any of the models of this. Going to the overhead, this handle is a really nice leather handle. Doesn't seem to be any imperfections on the actual material on the covering of the amp. And lastly, switches. Very solid feeling switches. Knobs have a little bit of grippiness to them, so it's good to know that you got to give it a little bit of effort to actually dial it. So again, reverb, the morph, bass metal treble, overdrive, channel switch. It actually feels, as you can see here, as I'm pushing in, it actually feels like a metal switch, not a plastic switch. So that's a bonus. The input does kind of feels plastic. Yeah, it has a plastic consistency to it. And it is because I just actually put a fingernail mark into the tip. So the input jack is plastic. Otherwise, the Bugera logo actually is, I thought it would be chrome silver, and it's actually kind of got a goldish hue to it in some angles. So let's put the mic back, or sorry, the webcam back up. So Bugera G5 Infinium, thumbed up by Guitar Max. Will it be thumbed up by me? I'll have to wait for it to warm up and see how it goes, but just for quick comparison's sake, pretty big size difference. 5 watts and 20 watts solid state. Again, that's another video I plan to do as well too, is I'll attempt to shoot them out and see if there's any big differences between the two. Should be interesting, because I actually have been really impressed by the Micro Dark by Orange. So that is my unboxing video, and thank you to those of you that stuck around the whole almost 25 minutes that this took. That said, hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you later. Bye for now.